In this episode, we will learn about some best practices related to prompt engineering for improving the efficiency, performance, security, governance, and cost of a generative AI application. We will learn about 5 best practices for each of these categories. For improving the efficiency, the key guidance is to be explicit with your intent and not assume that model understands what you want. Be specific with your instructions. Second, use structured prompts by separating the instruction from context, input, and output format. This will help model understand both the task and how to respond to the task. Third, constrain the output. If you need the response in a specific format, you should clearly state it in the prompt. It'll help reduce post processing work. Fourth, use examples, also known as few shot prompting, for improving accuracy and consistency of complex tasks. And fifth, standardize prompts for common use cases. This will help you scale reliable AI behavior across applications. For performance, you should keep the prompts concise and avoid any unnecessary verbosity. Second, limit the context size by using retrieval techniques. For example, instead of sending the entire document, you should send parts of the document that are relevant to the task. Third, set general instructions like tone, behavior, or rules once at the system level in the system prompt instead of repeating them many times in the user prompt. Fourth guidance is that for the high volume workloads, you should consider processing multiple inputs together in parallel. This can significantly improve throughput and reduce the overall response time. And fifth, choose the right model size. Not every task needs the largest and the most complex model. Simpler tasks can often be handled by smaller, faster, and more cost efficient models. For secure prompting, you should avoid including any sensitive data in the prompts. Pre process the data to mask or redact sensitive data before it is sent to the model. Second, constrain the model to only use the provided instructions and context instead of freestyling. This can reduce hallucinations and will enforce compliance with enterprise policies. Third, guard against prompt injections by validating and sanitizing the user input to avoid malicious instructions in the user input, which could try to override system behavior and extract sensitive information. Fourth, define clear boundaries in the prompt by explicitly instructing the model to not reveal confidential data, system instructions, or restricted content. These guardrails, along with other security controls on the backend systems, will help reduce unintended disclosures. And fifth, guidance is to log safely by applying redaction to any sensitive data and by applying access control to the logging systems. You can improve the governance by versioning the prompts and treating them like code to track changes, maintain history, and be able to roll back if something breaks. You should standardize templates across teams to reduce variability and improve reliability. This will also make easier to understand, reuse, and maintain the prompts. Third guidance is to define the evaluation criteria for your application, whether it's quality, accuracy, safety, or alignment with user intent. This will allow you to measure and improve the performance of your prompts systematically. Fourth guidance is to log interactions by capturing prompts and model responses. This will enable auditing, debugging, and traceability for compliance. It will also help you understand how decisions were made by the model. And fifth guidance is to incorporate human in loop for any high risk or regulated scenario to ensure correctness, safety, and accountability. This guidance is not particularly for prompts, it is a guidance for generative AI applications that you are building using prompts. Guidance for optimizing cost includes optimizing token usage by keeping the instructions focused and avoiding unnecessary wordings, and also by using retrieval techniques to fetch only the most relevant information instead of sending long context windows in the prompt. Third guidance is to cache responses for repeat queries for reusing the previous outputs instead of making new model calls. Certain models, such as those from Anthropic, allow you to cache the static portion of your prompt within the body of the model. This can also help you reduce cost as it will reduce the input token size. Fourth guidance is to right size your model choice by evaluating your prompts against models of different sizes and complexities and picking the model which is most cost efficient while also meeting the quality criteria. Fifth guidance is to control the output token length by setting the max token parameter when making the model call. Remember, models charge anywhere from 3 to 6 times on output tokens than on input tokens. Therefore, generating unnecessary output tokens can quickly increase your cost. So, these were some quick guidance for improving the efficiency, performance, security, governance, and cost of your generative AI application.